Good afternoon, you guys. My name is Marlene, and this is Marley Grace Creations. Welcome to my page. You know, I always straighten my glasses up, and my glasses are not crooked. It's a habit, I think. I don't know why I do that, but anyway. If you're watching me from YouTube, welcome to my channel. Tonight, we're going to decoupage without wrinkles. Decoupage is scary. It was to me for a very long time. And I would not even try it. And a friend of mine said, oh, you're being silly. You need to decoupage. It's fun and you can do lots of stuff and all that. So anyway, finally, I did a couple pieces of furniture and I've done some boxes and some other stuff. So, hi, Lorianne. How are you? Welcome. So one thing I'm going to do tonight is decoupage a tray. We might do 2 trays. We'll see. Hey, Nancy McLean, how are you? I have a knife block over here, and I have a Kleenex box. So I don't know, whatever. I might be through with this and say, I'll see you guys later, but tomorrow. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Hi, Lorianne. Good evening to you. And Lacey, and Patty, and AB. Hey, you guys. And Sue. I can see comments. Y'all, I'm so excited. I didn't even come on last night. Comments were crazy. Facebook pages were crazy. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Diane again. Good evening to you. I think I just said hello to you. I hope I did, Diane. If I did, welcome and hello again. Hey, Stacy. So, I found a couple of big bed trays. You know, the kind your husband serves you breakfast in bed on, right? Everybody's husband serves breakfast in bed, right? Mine don't. Real sure I'm going to bed. I don't blame you. I get it. It's 9 o'clock. Hi, Terry Brady. Hey, Lane. I love how you put your name in parentheses. Anyway, whose husband serves them breakfast in bed? I have a tray for that. A lot of people are having problems with comments. I know it's been crazy. I am excited that I can see comments. I might not I might not see them all. I might have to refresh or whatever, however you do that. But hi, Rita. But anyway, I have some. I'm kind of hoping that Kathy from Digital Deco Designs. Where's your husband? Do you have a husband, AB? I have never asked any of you guys if you're married or if you're widowed or if you're divorced or if you have a husband that's absent or whatever. Hi, Connie. How are you? So I'm heating up this monster iron over here. You know, I give up on the craft iron thing. So one thing I'm going to do for sure is put a paper. Oh, you're not married, AB. I was married and divorced, but I have been remarried. The first one was a disaster. I've been remarried for 42 years. Actually, my anniversary is Sunday. I'll be married 42 years. Okay, what did you say? Ask Elizabeth from Ellie's Attic about the comment. She learned something today. Oh, I will. Maybe she'll be on here. I can see everybody's comments. This is so exciting. My husband's never done that. Mine either, Terry. Mine either. I would freak out. I would probably wonder what in the world he was up to. Sue Ellen's married. Let's see. Hey, Connie. Okay, you guys. All right. Where is this tray? Here's this huge, humongous tray. And see the bottom. Y'all are lucky. I've already put 2 coats of paint on this. I might have to touch it up. Maybe not. Oh, thank you, AB. But this color is beautiful. It's called Coral something. I'll look at the bottle with you in just a minute. And Saturday, you guys, if some of you have to get off later, I don't want you to miss this. Saturday, and I haven't posted my little poster, but Saturday at 3 o'clock, I will be in an event sweet and treats or something like that. So it's going to be about candy, kinda. So I've got some cute little things for you. Vine and Silk. Hey there, how are you? Been married 57 years. Oh my goodness, Diane. You know what? I cannot think of your name. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It'll come to me in a minute. Anyway, I've got too much on my brain, I think. Hey, Jerry. But I have already put a couple of coats of paint on this. I put paint on the bottom. It was this color, and you see the feet under there. I haven't taken that strap off. It was a bamboo tray from, let's see, Aldi, that's where it was. It was from Aldi. And I thought, well, how cute is this? And it was a good price, and so I went back and got another one. So I'm thinking about making a girl tray, a girl tray and a man tray. I should say a woman tray and a man tray, right? But I've got to get this, I've already put a top coat on this, so it's white, so the brown wood wouldn't show through. This dryer is called Heat It Craft Tool. It's by Ranger. So Tim Holtz put this out. Look at that. Heat It. I know it's backwards. If somebody knows how to get this thing flipped around, tell me and I'll be happy to do it. I don't even know how to do that. But it dries just as good. It's amazing. It took me a while to get used to this dryer because I'd turn it on and think, is it doing anything? But it is. It really is. I love this dryer. I see a few sticky places I've got to get dry. And put a little more on here. I think this dryer was about, I want to say $25. It was a little more than some, but it's so worth it. I would do it again in a second. I was hoping Kathy from Digital Deco Designs, I put her, no, this is an iPhone. Yeah, it's an iPhone, but the little thing at the bottom only lets me turn it around to see the wall over there. It doesn't flip the camera like I need it to flip. I know, it's so good. I love this. I mean, you can hardly hear it. I used to have to yell. The thing that I had before, I was yelling. Francis, have you got one of these yet? I know Kim got one. A lot of people are starting to. I know. It's so nice. Okay. I just need to get, as a rule, I always get 2 layers of Mod Podge or whatever top coat on this. And you might not have to. I have done this before and only used 1 layer, and it didn't want to stick very well when I ironed it. So I just started putting 2 just for good measure. So I'm sure it can't hurt anything. And this is just Mod Podge. I wish I could find a little craft iron that I liked. I've had the worst luck with craft irons. Hey, Marlene. I had one little tiny one that melted everything I set it on. And then I had one that was a little bigger that's supposed to have been really good, and it didn't get hot enough. So it wouldn't make anything stick. And so I had to go and buy an extra iron when my daughter got married to earn all those millions of tablecloths, it seemed like. My daughter had gallbladder surgery. Oh, goodness gracious, girl. You go do what you need to do, Sherry. Thanks for hopping on what little bit you can. I'm just happy I can see comments. I didn't even try to go live last night. Everybody was having such a horrible time. And I went, Marilyn Jane with Done By Me, I went and watched her live a while. And her husband was having to go out and come back and go out and come back just to read comments a few at a time. It was crazy. Hi, Kim. How are you? Did you find out anything, Kim? Right now, comments are great. Right now, comments are great. Let me get this layer. This is not quite as thick of a layer as the other one. Yes, Kim, I have comments. Hey, Carolyn, how are you? Kim, do you know how to reach out to Kathy from Deco Design? I would love for her to come on while I'm using her paper because I have a couple of questions. A couple of ladies had asked me about different kinds of paper and what is the best way and what is the difference in rice paper and plain, and I don't know the answers to all that. I just know I like it when I feel it, and I like to use it. Nobody knows. And like I told everybody, I might have comments right now, but in a little while, I might not. Is that the Joy, Stacy? I don't want to buy another Cricut heat press, man. I have one that big. I'm serious. It's a 12 by 12. But that way, if I put something down on the front of a shirt, I don't have to make 2 passes. I just do it once and I'm done. So I opted for the giant one. But if I find a good deal like at Michael's or somewhere, I may do that because I know they're good. It's good stuff. Let's see a few. It's hard to tell because this is the glossy Mod Podge. Not that I need it. That's all I have right now. I'm running out of Mod Podge. I can't remember ever running. And you know, I might ought to just try another top coat while I'm about out. Hey, Ruth. How are you? My granddaughter talked my husband into going to Chick-fil-A, and that's where they took off to. Okay, I think this one is ready. Okay. This paper is from Kathy's Digital Deco Designs. And I believe this one, Kim sells them too. I'm not sure about Francis, but I'm thinking this one is called Charleston something. It's got all those pretty ladies and all the coral roses and all the sweet little faces in there and some keys. I love this paper. So I am going to, I might have to raise you guys up, but maybe not. Maybe not. I'm just gonna, can you see good enough like it is right now? Let's see here, let's try. I just don't want to flip it over. That'd be horrible with an iron. You can see better. I'll just have to. Oh, you got your pillow checked and have so many. Oh, did you do it all? You got it done. Joy is a very small cutting machine. Oh, okay, Stacy. So Cricut now has a little small iron. I'll try it. I am going to put this down. I don't want to use this hot iron and take a chance because I'm famous for that thing flipping off, you know. So let me set it in the floor If I have to raise it back up in a little bit for you guys, I will. So I think you can see, let me put you down just a little bit more. Yeah. And I'll probably have to like move it around and stuff, but basically you've seen the paper. Hey Kim. Hey Sally. You've seen the paper, and what I did was picked out a paint that complemented these roses. See, I think that looks really pretty with that. It's not pink, and it's not peach, and it's not mauve. It's kind of, well, it's coral. So, okay, I've already cut this. It's got some, you can see the back where it's been folded. That's not going to hurt anything because we're going to smooth that out. And you guys, I have something after this to do. You guys can vote. I don't care which one. I have a napkin, wooden napkin box, and I have a knife. That's a little extra, and that's okay because I can trim that easier than I can not. So let me get my parchment paper. Guys, always remember your parchment paper when you're Mod Podging something, because it'll burn. Your paper will burn. Okay. Was that the gnat that only comes when I'm doing a live? That thing dove right in my eyeball. Wow. Okay, let's try it again. Don't use wax paper. I've got a visitor. Don't use wax paper. Always use parchment paper or a Teflon sheet. You can get those. You can get them in the grocery store. You can order them on Amazon. I have Teflon sheets that I use when I'm doing the cricket. Put on top, and it's kind of a orangey tannish color. And they come 3 in a pack, and they're very inexpensive. I'm down to 1. Anyway, I always start in the middle. I always use an iron that has no water. And don't even use an iron that you have taken the water out of. You let your iron dry out completely, because it does make a difference. I want this to be smooth, 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 because the underneath is bamboo and it's very smooth. So I'm going to turn this around and get in all those little corners. And I'm pushing back and forth so I can go over the creases that were in the paper, so it'll push the crease and not let you iron on the crease and not iron the crease in there. Oh, it's very pretty. Let me turn this around so I can get in these corners so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just using the point, the nose of the iron, just the point to get in those cracks and go all the way up against the edges. Still can't see it. There you go. I'm going all the way up against the edge. There's still parchment paper up against that. Okay, now I've got to move it down to the other side. Would you ever do a tutorial on how to use a Cricut? Yes, I will, Lainey, and I want to. You know, there's a lot of things I want to do. My life is crazy some days. And my Cricut stuff is over there, and my craft stuff's over there, and I'm over here. And to get that done, I've got to like redo this. I guess I probably, well, yeah, because my Cricut is over there, and it's something called Design Space that I pay $10 a month for, and it has all my little designs that I've created, and all their designs that you can use of theirs. But I will. Y'all just have to keep on after me about it, because I will. I promise I will. Right now I'm trying to get ready for a craft show. My goodness, y'all. This is smooth, 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 smooth as piece of paper. Look at that. There is not one wrinkle in that paper. Not one. That is amazing at the difference. See, there's no ripples, nothing. Now I can see that it's, I'm trying to pull it away from the edges a little bit. It's there. I'm going to go over it one more time. And the scary thing is when you put decoupage over it now to seal it up, Explore Air 2 and have no, oh, that's what I have, Cheryl. I love it. No, I don't. And for some reason, the last 4 or 5 videos, I've not been able to get them to load from Facebook onto YouTube, and I don't know why, and I have tried. I sat up last night for several hours trying, and I don't know if it's one little something I'm doing wrong, or I don't know, but I've got 2 or 3 steps before it'll even say, you know, upload your video to, and it's not even there. It's not even giving me the option. Yes, I do. Design Space is what I pay for. I think it's about $10 a month, and it's worth every penny of it. And you get access to all those fonts, and you can even go to, I want to say Defont, D-E-F-O-N-T, am I right? I believe it is. Hey, Helen. I thought about buying one, but yeah, I get you. But I've never had any trouble. That's something that kind of came natural, and I don't know if it's because I've always used a graphics program at work. You know, when I did work outside of this free work. But yeah, I will. I promise I will. Okay. Now, when you put decoupage on this, it's probably going to wrinkle a little bit. If it does, then we're going to put that paper back after it's dry, and we're going to iron it again and see what happens. All we got to do is just see what happens. It's just a tray. If it's beautiful when we're done, I'm giving it to somebody as a gift. If it's not beautiful when it's done, I'll just stick it somewhere and use it one day. So let me make sure that iron is not on nothing, because that is down, 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 and smooth as it can be. So now I'm just going to put a layer of Mod Podge. Where is my napkin I had? On this. Because it needs, I'm gonna do the gloss, because that's what I have right now, and it will need to be washed. You know, if you're going to use it for a food tray, eventually you're going to need to wash the thing, so you need something on here to protect it. So I know you can't see all of what I'm doing, but honestly, I'm just putting gloss Mod Podge on top of this tray. I've got to see where the light's hitting it, so I'll see if I've missed anything. And I'm putting quite a bit in the cracks, because you don't want liquid or stuff going under there. And somebody said today that dishwasher safe Mod Podge was food safe. I don't know, because I haven't read my bottle, but I am going to check into that. Hey Bella, welcome. And I try to stay in one direction. Even though it's going to dry clear, you know, you're going to see a few little streaks if you turn it just right in the light, because, you know, it's something you put on here. So I try to keep it going. Yeah, it's starting to wrinkle a little bit over here where I started. So I'm gonna just make sure I don't see any dry spots. There's one right there. Okay, I want this to dry really good. And then I'm gonna put my paper down and go over it again. Let's see what happens. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Gwen. This to me is just elegant, Victorian. I love it. Love the way it looks. I did this on an oval, not an oval, a round frame. There's a thick spot. A thick, a round frame. Hey, Tracy. Thank you. I love the color of this paint with this pattern. It complements it so good. It's called Coral Escape by Folk Art. That's what I'm using. See, it's kind of a mauve coral. Now see, this is one video I would love to get on YouTube after tonight. Whether it'll let me, I don't know. Thank you, Cheryl. It's just about to get there, y'all. Yeah, I love this color of paint. It's so pretty. It's pink, but it's not pink. It's real soft looking. I did a frame. I checked a frame in this color and cream, and it turned out pretty for my granddaughter's bedroom. Now, if you don't get this all the way dry, and then you put your parchment paper down, and it's still sticky, it's going to stick to your parchment paper. It may come off, and it may not. Thank you, Gwen. I think so, too. See, isn't that beautiful? Look at that. It almost looks 3D, doesn't it? Okay, I think it's good. Now we're going to iron over it again. Thank you, Terry. We'll iron over it again and see if all those little wrinkles, and honestly, there's not many, but we're going to see if we can get those wrinkles ironed back out as flat as they were. So do y'all think I need to cover a knife block or a Kleenex box? Or another tray? I have another tray I'm going to do in flags, American flags. Okay, it's sticking. Yikes. Hey. Are y'all back? Okay. It's sticking, but it's coming up fine. It's just got to cool a little bit, and then I'll do this side. It's still got a few wrinkles, but not many. Let me get this side. Hey, sweet girl. My little Wednesday night visitors here, y'all.
Why put lights on it?
So I don't burn it. The 3-year-old wanted to stay too, and I said, not tonight, no. And this one said, Nana, please, I need some alone time with y'all. Okay. And it's kind of tacky. It's sticking a little bit because it, you know, it raised that, but it's not hurting the paper at all. It didn't raise the paper. It didn't do anything to the paper. I still see a few bubbles around here. Let me see. Let me try to go over that just one more time on this side.
You want me to keep doing these?
Please. Elaine said, "Hey, Addison."
Hi.
She remembered your name. Miss A. Tracy from church, she said Miss A. Huh?
They put it, we got your food upstairs.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. It looks gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. It looks good, y'all. There's a couple of little bubbles, but I think it's going to settle down. And they're not really even bubbles. It's pretty amazing. I'll show you up close. Let me get this good and dry, because that made it a little bit sticky. But the parchment paper released just fine. The hard part about this is you can only do it to flat surfaces, you know. There's a couple of picture frames I want to do, but I'm just going to have to do them the old-fashioned way because they're not flat all the way, so. Looks good, 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 good. Still a couple of sticky places. Y'all think of anything it needs? Hey Jennifer, how are you? Look at that. So you can see the sheen on it. It's glossy because I used the gloss, and that could have had something to do with it too. But I want you to see how close up you can see. I don't know if you can tell. There's no bubbles. There's no lumps. There's nothing. It's just smooth. It's pretty amazing how that works. So you could not get this off, I don't think, if you tried. Thank you, Stacy. I think it's gorgeous too. I'm going to take this paint and just touch this up where the glossy, yeah, where the glossy stuff got on there.
Yeah, you can make a really big, strange pom-pom out of this.
Oh, I'm going to use that to clean paintbrushes and stuff, little girl. Here's my little, I don't know where nothing is. You know, I'm going to start cleaning my craft room, y'all. I'm good, Jennifer. Thank you, Stacy. Every time I clean my craft room, I can't find my stuff. Oh, it's hiding over here. I have, what was I going to say? I have a knife block and I have some lemon paper. I thought about putting on that because, you know, it's going to be in the kitchen. So even though it's even though, you know, you'd like all kinds of stuff on it, it is a kitchen item. So I think it needs to have some kind of fruit, apples, lemons, and that lemons is about all I had. So wow, I couldn't have picked a better paint if I'd had it matched up to go with this, just like when you match paint to wallpaper. This way it'll just cover up some of that gloss and make it all uniform. And I can put some top coat on it later to make sure it can be washed off. Stuff like this makes a nice gift. You can always give it to your husband as a hint that you would like to have breakfast in bed. Better yet, serve him breakfast in bed, and maybe he'll get the hint. Then again, he might not. What do you do with my crafts? What do I have an auction. I sell them sometimes after a live if somebody inquires about one. I give them a price and there's no obligation. If they're interested, then I sell them like that. And I'm doing a craft show and summer gifts for people. So it just depends. What's funny, Sonia? Could I use triple thick on this part, Elaine? This part, yes. I would not want to use triple thick on that. I think it's too heavy, and I'm sure because it's heavy and it would sit on that paper, that it would bubble your paper. Now, would it go back down? I don't know, but I would not. I would not put, what I would do on second thought is dishwasher safe Mod Podge, because that stuff is strong, strong, strong. My craft show is going to be in a place called Kings Mountain. The husband, yeah, he wouldn't. He would think, well, pretty tray. Yeah. Okay, we're done with this one, y'all. I think it's good. And I may put some triple thick or something on this, but probably tomorrow I may just put a coat of dishwasher safe. I'm going to stick it over here so it'll dry without getting messed up. Okay, y'all. I can call it a night. I can do a knife block. I can do a Kleenex box. Or I can do another tray. What do y'all think? We can sit here and chat. I don't have to paint nothing. Anyway, thanks y'all for the newbies that came in. Let's see. I'm going to unplug this iron. If I decide to use it again, it's easy to the Kleenex box. Here is a wooden Kleenex box. It smells good. Somebody says knife block. Here is a knife block that goes all your, your knives and your scissors and all that good stuff. And so I've cleaned it up somewhat and sanded it a little bit, but I'm still going to go over it a little bit more. Knife box. Okay, that's 2 for knife box. Okay, and here is the patterns, I figure. Okay, it's a kitchen. To the Kleenex box. Hey, I can stay on here and do them both. I just do them both. Maybe not. Okay, here's some lemons, and here's some lemons. And I thought, being in a kitchen, that would be something good. So here's bigger lemons, and here's little lemons with... Is that black? That's black. And this is like a country blue. Like a grayish blue. Kleenex box, knife box. Kleenex. Oh, y'all are like 4 and 4. Oh, you're keeping score over there? You look so sleepy, kiddo. It's 4 and 4. I don't know if it's 4 and 4. Knife block. Hold on. Let me get back when y'all started telling me this, and let's let her count. Okay. Knife block. Kleenex box. Knife block. Knife block. Kleenex box. Kleenex box. Knife block. What?
Knife block. Kleenex block.
Okay, the knife block. The knife block won, y'all, so we're going to do this, okay? We're just going to do the knife block, okay? I have some alcohol pads. Here they are somewhere. I cleaned this up, but it's been a while and it's been sitting in a box. So let me clean it up good. Knife blocks. Knife block 1, y'all. Roseanne says, knife block, please. I have never done one with this decoupage paper, but we're going to do it. I have plenty of it. I'm taking alcohol and just cleaning it really good. One thing about this scrapbook paper, it's thick, very durable. It's happy when you top coat it. It's fine. It won't wrinkle and all that. And what was I going to say? Oh, I'm about to lose a light. Can you move that light back, sweetheart? I'm about to lose it. I have plenty of it. I've got 3 sheets. So I just want to go over this really good with the alcohol pad or 2. Just to make sure that all the germs are off. You know, it's it might be a little difficult to go around this front with that little doohickey, but we'll figure it out when we get there. Ma'am, that's fine. That goes back here on top of this. Thank you. She's over there taking plies off of napkins, y'all. I'm slack. I'm sorry. I'll get these napkins out one day. I've had a crazy weekend with my dad. Doctors again yesterday. Just ain't happening. But I will. I got names. Where did you get the paper? I got this paper out of a book. Addison, can you look over there and bring me, just hold it up and let me show you which book. Well, you can see on the front of the book it has lemons and stuff. Did you find it yet? No. Okay. Okay. And you guys, you know how I did the birdhouse? How I held, let's see, I tried to message Kathy. She must not have gotten, maybe not. Hey, Lisa. I tagged her in it too, thinking she might show up. This book is Paper Studio. It has some foil ones in there, shiny, some shiny stuff. Not all of it, though. This doesn't have any foil on it. And this is called B-E-E Floral. So you can see right there, it's B Floral. This book is $22, but when they have their scrapbooking paper books and all that on sale, it's half price. So there's 3 in that particular book. Sometimes there are only 2. 3 of each pattern. Oh, good. Now, what I just put on there was digital deco designs, but Roy Cycle papers are awesome. Awesome, awesome too. Love them. And I love these little birds. We're going to put those on a Kleenex box or something. Okay, you guys. What do you think? Did you order your papers from Kim at yesterday's Tomorrow's Patty? Or Mara? Where did you order your papers from? There's a place close to me that I finally found that I can actually go there and put my hands on them. So, I really like this one. What do y'all think? You like that one? I like all the lemons. I like the bigger lemons. This is a little busy. I mean, when you stand back and look at that, it's kind of, I don't like it as good on that. So, we're just going to do this one. Oh, Terry says small print. Did you like it even when I held it way back here? Terry, I didn't. See, when you hold this back, it still looks like lemons. And when you hold this back, it looks to me like, blobs. I don't know, blobs or pebbles or something. Oh, well, good, Roseanne. I'm glad to have you. Blue. First one. Big lemons. Okay, we are going to do big lemons. Okay, I have 3 sheets, so we should have plenty of these big lemons. No, that's all it's in the book. Is we're going to have to make it work. Work. Okay. You remember the other day when I creased everything with my fingernail when I was doing the birdhouse? That's kind of how I do this. And I haven't done this in a really long time. So y'all are just going to have to bear with me. But we will make it happen. Part of it can be then I'm just measuring, y'all. Just got to get some measurements here. It's got little bees, honeycombs. Okay, let me crease this. Hey, Abby. Now, if I'm really lucky, I'm creasing this in the right spot. Let's try. And when I'm doing this, I use a lot of creases with my fingernail or a knife or scissors or whatever and tear because the ends mend better. Stacy, you're why I didn't get any. Are you kidding me? I got in there so quick, girl. And I had like 3 sets in my cart. And I had one odd paper that I already had in there. I thought, well, I'll just get it today too. And man alive, while I was looking and I had it in my cart, I went to pay for it and it said, it's gone, out of stock. None in my cart. Don't tell me how many you got. Don't even tell me how many you got. She said, oh, it won't sell out. It won't sell out. Last time it took a couple of weeks. I'm like, okay. Well, guess what? 20 minutes, that stuff was gone. Okay, I guess it does matter how I do this because the bees will be flying upside down if you don't pay attention. Oh, hey, Sissa. I thought that was Kathy, but it's Sissa. How are you? Me too. All of mine got pulled. When I went back to pay for it, I had one paper in my cart. Not even a sale, just one paper. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I just said I was not going to use scissors. Well, I'm going to have to cut a corner off. Kathy's digital deco design papers. Man, 20 minutes, them things. The paper I used tonight, that's Charleston something. I forgot. They were gone. This paper is being a pain. Just saying. I've got to get it started. I want to crease it right. If I don't crease it right, then I'll pay for it. I'll waste my paper. Okay. I said I wasn't going to use scissors, but I have to make this clean cut on this corner right here just to get this corner off. That is not quite right either. No, it's not quite right. Let's start up because I went sideways. Really? I hope so. She said surprises or something. I'm not sure what that's about. Now I have to get my lemon straight. What happened a little while ago, I wasn't thinking about the bees being flying upside down. But I can use that on the sides. It'll be fine. Okay, that looks good right there. This is going to be a little difficult because this paper is thick. But once you get your Mod Podge on and start playing with it, it starts getting a little more pliable. So it can work. It's just going to be a little bit hard. It's okay. Just put it in the discard pile.
gonna do with them?
I'll use them on crafts, honey. I don't really know right now, but if it's just got a little tear, it'll fit on something. So just disregard what I said about the scissors. You might have to cut. Okay, now I gotta make sure my bees are up flying right. There's that little corner. And that's good too. Now let me get that little corner off. I'm gonna wait and put that down and then I'll get the corner. This is really the hardest part. It's just creasing, creasing, creasing. See what I'm doing? I'm just making myself a pattern. So when you turn it back and forth, then you'll have that. Just use your edges to make it straight. And because your edges will be frayed, it is easier. I know I'm repeating myself, but and even if I can't use these pieces like this on this, which I probably can on the sides, I'll be able to use them when I do tags or lots of other things. So looks good. Now, this I want to paint. I don't want paper up here because that would just be a disaster.
It would be a huge mess.
So this is bright yellow, just like those lemons, and that'll look really fresh and clean in a kitchen, I think. So let's get it on here, and that way it'll be washable. You know, when the knives go in and out, you gotta wash them. And this one has a place for knives and the little bar that, you know, sharpens it, and scissors and all that stuff. This is a nice one. It's by Food Network, it says. I picked this up at Goodwill. I picked 3 up, and I've had them a while. I just haven't done anything with them. Kathy from Royal Funky Giant, Kathy DiDomenico, she does some beautiful knife blocks. This will need 2 coats on there. There's Catherine. Hold on, I need that tray. Catherine, welcome. Got some questions for you, sweet friend. And I would love to be affiliate. I'll talk to you about that later for this paper. So, okay. Tell us the name of this paper. Charleston something. What is it? I forgot. Stacy, I poured alcohol in there. And I got, like, a straw and a paper towel, and I just got in there and cleaned that and then just dumped it upside down, and I put some more alcohol in there and turned it upside down, let it dry. As far as I know, there's nothing in there. If it is, it sure ain't. It's sanitary, trust me. You threw one out, get you one at Goodwill. They have them all the time. Catherine is Digital Deco Digital Designs. I always get it messed up. Always get it backwards. Tell us who you are. Catherine, if you want to, you can come on and live with me just a second and answer questions. Had you rather do that? Or sometimes this time of night, people are a hot mess and, you know, they're in their jammies and don't have lipstick and all that. You're welcome, Stacy. I know you don't know whose kitchen it was in. You don't know where it came from, but I've seen some really gross ones, but the ones I found so far have been really nice. Catherine hopefully will answer us in a minute, or let me know if she wants to come on with me and talk a minute. Oh yes, I'm in jammies and still getting Darren to bed. Okay, so we won't do that. But the name of this paper, and tell us the difference between like rice paper and regular paper, and some of the ones I have now. The one I did today is just paper. It's just decoupage paper. And I ordered that from Zazzle, from you, Zazzle printed them for you, correct? And so, but I have some from you that has like these fibers in there, and I love those. What is that? Let me see if I can find one. Just a second. Yes, I can. I have one right here. This even does, okay, there's like a Halloween one, and there's like some fibers in there, but not even really. Addison, do you see my decoupage? Oh, right here. Right here.
What is it?
Zazzle is just tissue, right. Okay, so this has got a little fiber. It's kind of fuzzy on one side and slick on the other side. So what kind of paper is this? And I have some more of yours. A couple that are... It's a soft textured side. Yes, a soft textured side and a slick side. I know I had some that had a lot of fibers in there. Can you hold that so it doesn't flip out on the floor? Oh, here's one. It's a soft textured side. Okay, here's two more. New one coming. A new rice paper. Okay, what is this? See all the fibers in there? It looks like strings all in there. This is my favorite, whatever this is. And this is my favorite print too. And this has got all those little strings like in there. What is this? What is this kind of paper? And Catherine that I'm talking to on here, guys, Catherine Salvage. Here, put these in there too, sweet girl. She is the creator of all these beautiful papers. The one I put on that tray is her design, so she knows all about them. Mulberry paper. Okay. And is that still available? Mulberry paper? I love it. It's almost like using a dryer sheet, you know? It's so forgiving, and it just doesn't tear at all. I haven't had it available for a while, but hoping to. Oh, I hope so. Okay. All right. Anybody have any questions for her about these papers? Because she's the person that knows. And she's got an adorable little boy who's got to get to sleep. You use Catherine's papers? DDD papers? I love her papers. Pretty stuff. Now this is just scrapbook paper. And I was going to use her paper, the one that has the lemons and stuff on it, to do this, but I only bought one. It wasn't near enough. So, what is washi paper? I have no idea. I got some calligraphy paper from Asia, and it is much like mulberry. Aha! Okay, and so is that something that's coming soon? And Elaine, which is Frank's wife, asked, what is washi paper? Do you have washi paper? Is that something you have? Y'all were getting an education. I'm going to start putting this on here. And, you know, except for like a frame or something, it's really hard to use this scrapbook paper on a lot of things, especially after using some of that good stuff. But you just use a generous amount. Oh. Washi usually is narrow. Washi is another kind of rice paper, and that's the first one you held up. Okay. The first one I held up is like soft on one side and slick on the other. That's washi paper, right? It's hard to know what you need, you know, and it does matter about the project. The one with slick, yes. Okay, that's not my favorite. I love the pattern that it's on, but it's not my favorite paper. My favorite, I guess, would be mulberry paper. I used to use that from Prima Redesign, and they didn't call it, that, but the one with the slick. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, thank you for hopping on at short notice and giving us an education. Have I already got this backwards again? And Stacy comes on and says, oh, I got some of her papers before they went off the other day. I'm like, don't even come on my line and tell me that. How dare you? Anyway, eventually I'll get my hands on some, girl.
No.
That happened way too fast, didn't it? It's good for you, though. Good for you. I'm happy for you.
I kind of want to paint a birdhouse now.
Oh, honey, it's too late for you to start painting a birdhouse. No way. No
Maybe
way.
next time.
Maybe next time, yeah. Okay. If nobody has any questions, you'll just have to sleep on that. Everyone use mulberry paper for scrapbooking. Oh, I have never scrapbooked. And I keep watching Jimmy Lou a little bit here and a little bit there, but I'm scared to death to watch her long because I have like 6 of these books over there. I'd be giving up all this and just scrapbooking. I know I would, so I'm just not going to do that.
So can I go upstairs? And go to bed?
You can. All I'm doing, y'all, is making this fit. It's going to look hand painted. Hey, Janice. Thank you so much, Catherine. I appreciate you coming on. I know it's late notice. My goodness, I don't know what time it is where you are. It's 10 o'clock here. Hey, Mom. My mother's on. I am covering a knife block.
Here's these ones. Good night.
Good night, sweet girl.
Love you.
I love you. See you in the morning.
Bye.
Okay. Get your clothes laid out for in the morning. Okay. This is down. So far, that's what we have. We have the top yellow and the sides like this. And the part that sees the most is this side. So we're gonna now do something to this part down here. I still don't have that like I want it. This paper's so thick, it just takes a whole lot of Mod Podge to get it like you want it. That's the joys of Catherine's paper. She don't have to work this hard at it. I love this pattern, but I bet you when I go back and order, I order 2 or 3 sheets of her lemons because this is hard. It's not hard. It's just, you have to play with it. Sissa, I did not get my thing yet, and I have not mailed your thing yet because I'm going to try an experiment, and I'll talk to you about it in the morning, maybe. Okay, I'm going to lay this down on its side and make sure I have plenty of Mod Podge under there, which is acting like paste, you know, glue. And then there's an overhang here, but that's okay. We want it to be, so it'll have a really close fit. We'll trim that off. See, there's extra paper up in there. We'll trim that off. I'm just going to take my hands and go all the way around it and just give it a good crease. That way we'll have a perfect place. Okay. I have my ladies' Bible study. Oh, tonight? What time is it at your time? Is it 10 after 9? I'm going to put some more yellow right here because that is another place that the knives and the scissors and stuff are going in. And then we're going to take some of this paper and cover the rest, all the sides. Hey, Melissa. It'll take 2 or 3 coats for this to cover good. And I'll dry it in between, and then I'll put some dishwasher safe Mod Podge over it, and it'll be completely washable. Did everybody have something yummy for supper? My crew went to Chick-fil-A. Does anybody have this color or bees in your kitchen? I really like this color. I wasn't sure I would, but I do. And this paint is non-toxic. So, I mean, it's, you know, you're not going to eat it, but it's not going to hurt you. If you were to get, you know, a little chip on your knife or something, it certainly won't hurt. It's like everything else, when it dries good. Let me get the paint out of the grooves. Okay. That's what we got so far. I need to lay this down. Where is my... Okay, I have a sheet that I cut off of. This must be this one. Okay. I'm just creasing it with my fingers and just making a pattern as I go. And this is where you'll have to use scissors. Yeah, I did after I lifted it up, after I got it down there a little bit, and it kind of softened your paper a little. Then I lifted it up and put some more on both. Now, if we're lucky, this will be a perfect fit. If we're not, well, we'll cut another one. And if it's perfect, I'm going to cut another one. Not that it'll match, but hopefully it will. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let me cut one more just like it. Let me get my pattern right, though. Do any of y'all scrapbook? I am scared to start scrapbooking. It's too much stuff to create. I know I would get lost in it. Hey, Shelly, how are you? Lavella. I haven't heard that before. Have you been on my page before? That is very different. It's pretty. You don't like scrapbooking. Why not, Helen? What is it that you don't like about it? I watch Jimmy Lou and all those cute little pockets and all that stuff she creates in these junk journals. I'm thinking, how neat is all that? Because I doodle during church. I'm sorry, y'all, but I do. I doodle during church. And almost every one of my, I write and I keep notes and, you know, pay attention, all that good stuff. But I doodle. So I'm always drawing or getting a note or getting a list or something going on. But I thought, well, how neat would that be to pull out one of those cute little things and, you know, let me use this cute little thing I have here and do what it's for. trim a little of that off and just a little bit. That is adorable. Look at that. Wouldn't that be cherry in somebody's kitchen? Actually, might be mine. You love to junk journal. I know I would. I know I would. And I don't know enough about it other than just making a bunch of pockets. And that might be all there are to it. Are you loving it, Roseanne? It's as simple as having your paper upside down. Yeah. I traced it. Guess what? I traced it, but I traced it backwards because, yeah, see, that fits. Okay, let's do that again. Boy, oh boy. Let's see. I think I like this side up there better. I thought I was killing two birds with one stone. I did not. Jimmy Lou inspired me to make journals to express my artsy side. No, I just love it. I watch her sometimes. She went on a camping trip or something a while back and did some stuff outside, and I loved watching all that. I'm going to use an X-Acto knife and let's see what happens. Okay. So far, so good. That does work pretty good. Oh, that's feet. I gotta get out of the way of the feet. All right. Love to junk journal, just don't know what you, I know you have to start from somewhere, right? And it always is just, it always confuses me kind of where to start. I mean, you have to create a book or something. Now, I've seen Marilyn do it. She's good at it too. Okay. I want to cover the front. Now, if I can get that one piece cut out right there. Oh, you have to buy a certain book? Do you really? Hi, Sharon. Okay, we don't want these beads to be upside down, right? Okay, they're not. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna try the trick here. I'm trying to take my fingers. There's a metal like a brand, you know, on here, and I want it to go through this paper. Let's see, you can fold a 12 by 12 mail envelope. I think I saw her do that lately too. Let's see if I can see my lines. Let's see, I want to get this started. Now, if I'm really lucky, it's going to fit right over that little middle thing, and then I can crease the paper away on the sides. I wouldn't want to do this for a living. Not quite. I'll show you in a minute what I'm having to cut around. I know you can't see what I'm doing. Sorry, y'all. Not even in there at all. Why is somebody not yelling at me? Let's see. Yay, yay, it's going to go over there. Let's pull it off one more time and get it trimmed up. Okay. I didn't come down far enough. Oh, I did not come down far enough. This thing is giving me a hard time. But I see what I did wrong, so I won't make that mistake again. Let's see, some crafts are one and done. I love decoupage and don't mind repeating it. I love doing decoupage, love it. It took me forever. I was explaining a little while ago, it took me forever to even get started. And there's a lady at my church, and she kept saying, oh, you've got to try it. And she'd send me pictures of stuff that she had done, and her husband's like, okay, slow down. I don't, you know, her husband can't decoupage everything in her house, but she did a little cabinet and some other stuff, and so cute. And she said, you have to do it, you have to do it. I'm like, oh, I'm scared. So I just bit the dust, and I did a whole chest of drawers. I learned a lot from it. About to get there, y'all. I promise I am. I'm about to get there. Hey, y'all asked me to decorate the block. We're decorating it. This is just a little difficult spot, but it'll be, we'll do it here in just a minute. Be done. Go right around that little metal thing. See, this is what I'm trying to do, y'all. See that little metal thing? It sticks out. And I've just about got this to cover over it. And there's probably an easier way. I don't know what it would be, but so far so good. And I don't even see a bee, so it doesn't matter as long as the lemons are not upside down. Nope, they're not. How could they be? They're not. This is probably the most difficult piece. Oh yeah, it has little legs and everything there. Oh my goodness. But it'll be cute, cute, cute when we've got it all done. Okay, now, got to trim this up and hope we're in the right spot. I wish I could tear this, but I'm afraid to. We've got a new dog, some of y'all know. A while ago, I went upstairs to do something, and she tried to get me to go to bed so she could go to bed. It's funny. All right. I think this is going to work. This is much easier with thinner paper. I mean, this is going to be pretty when it's done, and we'll top coat it and all that good stuff, but still, it is a little bit hard when your paper's thick and stiff and all that. But I chose lemons, so. Hey Barb, how are you? All right, let's get this piece on there. Press it down all around that little Food Network thing, and then we'll trim it up here in a minute. This is a pretty neat little tool. I bought it from Roy's Cycle Papers. There's felt on the end, so you have this little scraper, and then you have this felt, and you just have to keep the glue washed off of it and let it dry. But this way, it doesn't drag your paper and tear it and make it ugly and all that stuff. It works great, and it wasn't very much. Hey Donna. Do you guys even use these anymore? Or would you use one if you had a pretty one to match your kitchen? Or not? Probably not. I kind of regret getting rid of mine. You have one in your kitchen. Is it decorated? Hey, Rose. I'm just getting these edges really, because they're touching the next page, so you kind of have to get them to where they'll just barely touch. This is probably not the best scissors, but I'm gonna use my X-Acto knife. Just need a little fraction off there. Just a fraction. Ah. Maybe in a few days. Yep. It's too fun. Now your hardest part is going to be trying to decide what to do it in. And your edges that overlap, get plenty of glue in there and just kind of mash them together. So you just kind of mash those together so you can't see any of the wood. And then just clean it up. The hardest part I've had so far is right here. I don't like the way it looks, so I'm going to get rid of it. It's just a little bit of an overhang, just a fraction. I'll show you in just 1 second. Okay, now we've got to take care of this bottom. Thinking the same thing. Margaret, you have one too? Is this adorable or what, y'all? Look at this thing. Isn't that sweet? Look at the lemons. You just trace. I know it looks like that's sticking out, but it's really not. It does on camera. You just trace all your stuff and just make sure, like if you have, because this paper's so thick, if it was decoupage, it wouldn't even be sticking up anywhere. But you see this little bit right here? It wants to stick up, just give it some more glue. And even if you have to like dry it just a little bit to make it tacky. Do you have lemons in your kitchen? No. I've got, well, I do. I have a couple of lemons. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You know, I have 2 on a shelf, salt and pepper shaker lemons. And I made a scale, a farmhouse scale. And I have lemons in the top, in the little bowl part. I forgot. Yes, I do. And my kitchen is kind of a grayish blue, like this color. So, but I don't like a lot of stuff sitting on my counter. I just, you know, so I probably won't set it out. I don't know. Just play with your edges and get them just like you want it. Now see the bottom, that is not as bright as I want it. I'll give that another coat. And then this bottom, remember we left this overhang right here. So we've got to take care of that. And that is dry and it is stuck. It's not going nowhere. I'm going to use the X-Acto knife. But you know what? That's going to sit on the counter. Let me see what that looks like. No, it's not going to sit on the counter. Okay. What color are you going to do yours, you guys? FDB clear coat. Yes, maybe. I'm not sure about the underneath part. It could be. You can try it. I mean, you know, just try it. Now, when you first start doing it, you're going to be thinking, oh, this is not going to work because this paper is so stiff. Just keep playing with it because, remember, it's a liquid and this is paper. So it's going to soften your paper up just enough to play with it. And then when it dries, it's going to be right back like it was. I'm just taking my X-Acto knife and going right around that very edge. And I'm pushing it in just a tiny bit. It looks good. Okay. I love it. I don't like the way the yellow looks yet. See, I can still see through it and stuff, and it looks gross. If clear coat, let's see. Okay, answer that. Good night, Kim. You can try it. I don't have any, I don't think I have, well, I might have a little bit of Dixie Belle clear coat. I know I have some, what is that really strong stuff they have? It's supposed to be the best ever, which it ain't the best ever. Gator hide. I know I have a little bit of gator hide, but what I'll probably do is what did I say I was going to do this? Oh, I'm trying to think two things, y'all. I'm going to use dishwasher safe Mod Podge. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to think about it anymore. I've already made up my mind, so I got to stick to that because that'll make it all washable. If y'all have never used Mod Podge dishwasher safe, I'm telling you what, that is strong stuff. I'm going to go down in these little knife blocks just a little too. Let me see if I have some in my drawer here. I do. Dishwasher, safe, gloss, brilliant. Let's see, water-based sealer, glue and finish. Let's see what it says here. Gosh, I don't know if I can read this or not. Use on all surfaces, indoor and outdoor. Top rack in your dishwasher, safe. Water-based, non-toxic. So it is food safe. Dries, hard, no tack. Roll the bottle on the table to mix, to keep from having bubbles. Apply with a soft bristle brush for glass, ceramic, metal, clean surface. Clean your surface with rubbing alcohol and apply this if it's going to be like a glass or mirror or something like that. But here I am shaking the daylights out of stuff. But I had a little small jar not too long ago, and when I was doing using my Cricut and doing a lot of cups and stuff, I always go over my cups and my decals with dishwasher safe. And I don't put them in the dishwasher, but that's the safest thing I found to use. So I went and got a big one. You know what? I have a bee stamp. I'm going to stamp a bee right here. I think it needs a bee. Have you guys ever seen this done? I know Stacy has. Some people who watch a lot of crafters, I know they have. Is there any of you who have never seen this covered? One of these covered? And you can just, as simple as painting it. You can just get a paintbrush and paint it. If you want a certain color for your kitchen, you can crackle it. Still needs one more coat on that bottom. I think it's pretty stinking cute. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? And it probably, of course, it's going to sit on there, and that might show. I might need to, the knives are going to go all the way down there, so that needs to be painted. I won't put paper on that because the knives will have to rest on the counter that way, I guess. Let me dry that. I'm going to stamp a bee on that. Never seen them covered? Haven't? You have. Helen has. Margaret has not. I thought it was pretty cool the first time I ever saw it. I've watched quite a few people do it. I've done a couple. Let's see. Where's my little bee stamps? I move my stuff around. I got to make sure it's not going to need any more paint before I stamp it because I don't want to paint over my little bee. New for me. I have never seen a cutting board covered. A knife block. Let me see if I can find my little bee. Oh, good, Rose. And you guys, there he is. He's cute. You guys, when you get something like that done that I inspired you to do, go to Marley Grace Showcase page and show us. I can't comment in there. I can hit like and I can hit share, but I don't know why I can't comment. And I think it's because I made maybe my, it's something to do with the way I set it up when I created the page. I don't know what happened, but so if I don't comment, don't be offended, y'all. I've loved everything I've seen. I just, I can't comment. Let me get some yellow paint down in there too, because if it shows, that's where the scissors go. Okay, that coat should take care of that. Oh, me too. Anything you're going to put outside. Margaret, was it you that was talking to me about your seed things? You know, your little seed. Who was it? Was it Terry Brady or was it you? About planting your seeds in those little tins. That's something you could coat that in. Just do a couple of coats on that. I never thought of that. Okay, since there's bees on this and there's lemons, I'm going to take this cute little bee stamp and I'm going to stamp it in a couple of places. I know when it's full of knives, it's not going to show, but it's not always going to be full of knives. Sometimes they may be in your dishwasher or sink or something. I think I have navy blue. I think I have a bright. I know I did. Yes, I do. I do have bright blue. A lot of noise. I'm just getting that all done. Okay, so yes, it is you. Yes, a learning experience. But that's something that you could cover all that in is the dishwasher safe Mod Podge. This ink is permanent. It is it Prima Redesign? I believe it is. This is not OD ink. I believe it's Prima. Yes, it's Prima Redesign. And it says bright blue. It's not real bright. Oh, good, good, good. Ooh-wee. For some reason, that ink pad, it must have been upside down, which is the best way to store them. So, but that was just too much. Okay, let's try that again. I'm glad I tested it on the... Yes, perfect. Okay. I want to put one right here. I'm just kind of rocking it real easy around, y'all. Oh, he's cute. Okay, I'm going to put one down here too. Okay. One's a little darker than the other, but that's okay. See all little bees? And that'll be permanent. It'll have to cure overnight, but that'll be permanent. And so tomorrow I will cover the whole thing with the Mod Podge dishwasher safe. And you guys, if you use ink stamps, always clean your stamps. I don't care if it is just ink. It'll distort your design. Eventually, when it builds up, it might take it 10, 20 times, but it will. So, and you think, well, it's just ink, it's not paint, but it still will. Thanks, y'all. Okay, completed 2 projects. Okay, Is everybody ready to go to Goodwill or go in your kitchen and try to figure out how to cover your knife block? One of my children will be trying to talk me out of it tomorrow. Let's see. In Corvia Rose. Oh gosh, how pretty is that? Did I say that right? My eyes are bad, y'all, and I had them checked, and I have to get glasses, so I'm straining, I know. Had to set my project aside because I was so disappointed. Why? What was wrong? Do y'all know I still haven't painted or made myself a pumpkin? Every day I say, today I'm going to make myself a pumpkin. I have not yet. Okay, there we go. I'm happy with the choice of paper. And I like the bright yellow, and I love little bees. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy. And I'm just going to leave that bottom. I'll probably put a coat of yellow on there in case it shows. But you know, most knife blocks are in the corner or up against the counter. So, hey, Sue Ellen, I guess everyone knows Tuesday is senior day at Goodwill. Oh, is it? So it's not Wednesday, it is Tuesday. I forget. Text me sometime and say, hey, today's senior day at Goodwill. I love to go. I find all kinds of cool stuff. I found the whisk that I used the other day, and I found 3 knife blocks. What else did I find? A big tray. I'm always finding big trays. Right now, what I'm looking for is it's like a chafing dish, I want to say. Hey, Sandy Rose, have you been on here? Did you just come on? I hadn't seen you if you have. We covered a knife block. What'd you think? So. Okay, so it's Tuesday here. What's today? Tomorrow's Thursday. It'll be next week. Good evening to you, Sandy. All right, you guys, it is going on 11 o'clock. My goodness, I haven't had my dinner. I've got to go upstairs and warm my Chick-fil-A up. My husband and my daughter went to Chick-fil-A while I was downstairs. Thank you, Margaret. I love coming on and doing these with you guys. I don't know if, you know, I moved this craft room around. I know I'm looking over there at all this stuff. Oh my gosh. And I was, hey, Miss Hummingbird Pagery. How are you? Tanya. Ice cream time. Well, I gotta have Chick-fil-A first. I'm gonna be up a while. It's almost 11 o'clock in here. I'm talking about Chick-fil-A and ice cream. Oh my gosh. Y'all are bad influence. See, if you hadn't have said ice cream, I probably would have said, I'm just going to eat part of my sandwich and go to bed, but probably not now. You should be asleep, but here I am watching you. I covered a knife block. Here's what I did tonight. So, and put a couple little bees on there because there's little, it's hard to see, but there's little bitty bees all in this paper. So, oh, I love ice cream. Chick-fil-A too. Are you going to craft? Tanya, if any of you don't go watch Tanya at Hummingbird Paintery, you need to. She is funny and she does the cutest stuff. And don't forget about the event Saturday, you guys, at 3 o'clock. I'll probably be on before then. I can't imagine that I wouldn't be, but just in case, I have got my little bag. I'm going to show you a fast peek. Because I'm not supposed to. Anyway, I mean, nobody told me I couldn't, but you know. Anyway, see this bag of stuff? It's all you get. That's for Saturday's event. I have started getting my events in order, putting it in a Ziploc bag, labeling it, and getting it put away. It causes me so much less stress. Oh, I have never tried to make a gnome, Tanya. Never. Tanya's having an auction Saturday. What time? 3 o'clock? That was too fast. What was too fast? Oh, no. I can't show it now. But I will tell you this. It's all about candy, sweet treats. That's all I'm going to tell you. You've got to come and see. Because if I tell you now, you'll be like Saturday, like, nah, I know what she's doing. I'm not coming. 5 o'clock. Okay. Send me a reminder. I'll show up. All right, you guys, everybody's hopping off of here and heading to bed. I need to go to bed too, and I am wide awake. Wide awake. What's crazy is I stay up till late in the morning. I'm probably got my elbow over here in the sink. And I get up when the sun comes up usually. Make a cup of coffee, feed the dogs, sit around, look at Facebook, check out stuff on Pinterest, whatever. Next thing I know, I'm wide awake and start my day. About 3 or 4 o'clock, man, I could crash. I could go to sleep, and I have stuff to do. Oh, 5 Central. I'm Eastern Standard. So what would that be? That would be 6 your time? It's 8 o'clock where you are, Sandy. Wait, you'll wake at 5:30 a.m. Central tomorrow. Oh. 6 my time. I thought so. I'm going to put a note. I'm going to put it, where's my pen? I'm going to put a note here on my desk. As my husband says, if he needs to tell me anything, he just puts a note down here because I'm down here more and I'm upstairs. Okay, got you down big. I'll try my best not to forget. I've had one sale. I mean, I priced it and said, this is it, buy it or not. And then I had one auction, and they both went really smooth. I have some of the sweetest ladies on this group, and it went really smooth. It will be fun. How many items do you have, Tanya? So you guys, if you want some awesome crafts for gifts, start Christmas early, go to her page on Saturday at whatever time, Central 5 or Eastern 6. Hey, Carolyn, we're just chatting. I've already finished this knife block. I'd like to say I hand painted that, but I didn't. It's decoupage paper. Hey, Lillian. Did I say that right? Oh, you haven't counted. Oh, gosh, I usually know. And I guess it's because my husband says, how many items do you have? And he's just always curious, I guess. I think the first one I had like 50, and the last one I had I had all those pumpkins, my 30 days of pumpkins. And so that was, I think I had like 32 items. 2 were not. I did 2 pumpkins on one night, and then 1 was not a pumpkin. It was an event in the middle of that. You hardly ever decoupage. Tanya shells are full. So I love to decoupage, and I didn't for a very long time. I was telling these ladies that before. I was scared to death too. And I kept watching Royce, and I kept looking, and I thought, oh my gosh, all this stuff I can do. And my very first thing I did, besides, a little craft or two, to see how it worked, I did a chest of drawers. I still have it, actually. And these ladies are wanting me to teach them how to do Cricut and paint furniture. And they need a private group. And I don't really know how to start one. So that might be something in your spare time. I know you have lots of spare time. You might can help me. That's what the tray in your guest room is stunning. the tray in Tanya's guest room. It is lots of work. Whew, it is lots of work. You're talking about lots of work to have a private group or lots of work to paint furniture or decoupage furniture? Because I'm hearing that having a private group is kind of a lot of work. I don't know. Patty, mine? The tray I did tonight? I hadn't shown her the tray I did tonight. Hold on, let me grab it. Is this the tray you're talking about, Patty, or you're talking about a different tray? That's the tray we did tonight. See how big it is? It's one of those for your husband to bring you breakfast in bed trays that he don't know about. A couple of weeks ago. Oh gosh, Patty, what was it? What color was it? Sure, both, but I meant furniture. Oh, do you have a private group? Now that was decoupage, and that was the iron-on method. That he don't do. Oh yeah, he don't bring me on breakfast in bed. After 42 years, he's like, yeah, well, you want some coffee? Come on in the kitchen. He would if I would say it. He's a sweet, sweet man. We have a good relationship, and we're best friends. But sitting at the, oh, it's upstairs. You're right. It's upstairs in the guest room. Yeah, it turned out pretty. I put bling all around the outside edge, and then I did one of Kathy's papers in the middle, and it was the check. It was the check with the fleur-de-lis or something in it. I forgot which one it was, but it matches my guest room. It is pretty. Thank you, Patty. I forgot about it. Right now it has laundry in it. Oh, it really does. Well, it has my granddaughter's laundry in it. I put everything else away, but she puts her stuff in her drawer where she can find it. So, but it makes good laundry holder. Oh, gosh. I'm getting silly. I probably need to eat and go to bed. Let's see. They don't forget anything. Oh, I know. It is listed, though, I think. It was. Right now, I've got to try and get this stuff on YouTube. Man, I'm telling you, the last, 4 videos, Facebook is just not cooperating. And I'm really surprised I can see everybody's comments tonight, too. They don't forget anything. They who? They who, Tanya? I know. I forget way more than they do. Anyway, they keep me straight. These ladies keep me straight. I just don't have to go to bed, too. Oh, draw a painting for tomorrow night. Draw a painting. Are you talking a pattern? Is that your, do you have a private group for that? Well, everybody's slowly dropping like flies. They're heading to bed. They're tired of us talking. Oh my gosh. To see the words tonight. I know. I can see them. It's crazy. I didn't even try to go live last night. Everything was such a mess, and I just wasn't feeling it, and I worked all day in the craft room, and I get stuff organized, and then I'm like, oh, where'd I put that? Oh my gosh, where'd I put that? And I'm be better off if I just stop cleaning it. my mom came to visit and she opened the door. I mean, she came through the house, and my house is immaculate, y'all. It really is. My house is really clean. And so anyway, she came through the house. She said, everything looks so pretty and whatever. I said, well, you hadn't seen my craft room. And she's like, no, I can't wait to see your craft room. It looks so cute when you're on live. Because, you know, all y'all see is this. Anyway, I said, yep. Okay, let's go. And she says, oh, down here? I said, no, this is downstairs. Here's my craft room. And I opened the door and she went, oh my. I said, just shut the door. It's okay. I would like to be in the crafty bunch sometime. Oh, your template. I've been painting some more lately, and I love it, love it, love it. And I watch Terry, the Robin's Nest. I love to watch her paint too. All right, you guys, I'm really going to bed. No, I'm not. I'm really going upstairs to eat this time. We have 10 people left. Good night, the 10 of you. Oh, 9. Now there's 9. Good night, all 9 of you. And I will try to see you tomorrow. I'm not making any promises because there's a movie on that somebody mentioned at church tonight. And it's one of those movies that the whatever brothers, you know, like Fireproof and all that. And so I do too. She's good, isn't she? I'm so rusty. Okay, y'all. If you're watching me right now, chances are you're not watching me live. You're watching the replay. If you are, it's great. Replay's good. You can fast forward through all that stuff. Just type in #replay and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, y'all. Good night.